343 warns us about a quick resume issue. Halo Infinite wins the Player's Voice Award, and Phil Spencer talks KINECT. Welcome back to another video, guys. If you enjoy daily Xbox content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So Brian Gerard, the community director at 343, let us know about an issue that you will want to know about before jumping in or continuing on with the Halo Infinite campaign, and it has to do with quick resume. So he says here, PSA, when playing Halo Infinite campaign, you will come across armor lockers that contain cosmetics for your multiplayer Spartan. If you are offline or disconnected from servers, which can occur after quick resume, the cosmetics won't show up in your multiplayer inventory. The team is aware, and we will eventually have a retroactive fix. You'll get the cosmetics you've earned. For now, I recommend not continuing a quick resume session and making sure you're online before venturing into Zeta Halo. Thank you. So the quick resume thing with Halo Infinite, even with its multiplayer, has been an issue since it came out, since the multiplayer beta started up until the official release, where basically if you are in the game, you turn off your Xbox or you keep the game in quick resume, as soon as you try to get back on and play, you're going to be offline, and it will continuously say cannot connect to servers, and you're going to have to just restart the game in order to continue to play. It's a very annoying issue. It's interesting that it's affecting the campaign as well. And I guess it makes sense, because if you're losing that connection to the servers, it's not going to update that you found these multiplayer cosmetics. And these are all just little things that 343 needs to work out, needs to fix. And it just continues with, yes, Halo Infinite is an incredible game. It is one of my favorite games, if not my game of the year. But there is a lot of things that they need to continue to work on to push out in a timely manner to make sense for it to work properly, fully going forward. So here's a little interesting one. We know that Halo Infinite wasn't going to be included in any of the awards and missed that cutoff date to be included in like the main awards that the media chooses for the Game Awards tonight, but it did win a very interesting award. And depending on, I guess, how people go about voting, if they're not spamming and it isn't just like fanboys trying to make things happen, I think the Player's Voice Award is kind of the more important one in terms of what gamers are happy to have won, what gamers want to win, what gamers are playing right now. And obviously, Halo Infinite is huge, and it won the Player's Voice Award. Now, this was all completed. People are complaining. They're like, how can this happen? The Game Awards is a joke because the campaign wasn't even fully out when the voting was taking place. But the multiplayer was, and the multiplayer is a huge hit. It is the best first-person shooter multiplayer experience, in my opinion, that you can play right now. The concurrent players are still crazy, and people are loving it. It's an incredible game. 343 did an amazing job with the multiplayer and with the single player campaign. So I'm happy to see that Halo Infinite won the Player's Voice Award. I know a lot of people are going to be extremely salty about this, but at the end of the day, I truly think that Halo Infinite deserves some recognition this year in 2021 for what they have accomplished with this game, especially after all the news that was coming out about the development, the turmoil, the delay it went through. They really gave us a great product. So Xbox has contributed a lot to the video game industry. I've talked about this before, where some of the best features we have on a console are because of Xbox, and the other companies have copied them and followed and just made our lives better. Now, Phil Spencer was talking with Edge magazine, and he was asked what he thought Xbox had contributed to the industry. So he said Xbox Live on the original Xbox, and then making that standard across the Xbox 360. But then he went on and talked about KINECT, and thinks that KINECT was a big thing that they had contributed to the video game industry, saying, was motion control the way everybody should play every game? I'd say the answer to that is no, in my view. And I completely agree. I mean, motion controls really started with the Nintendo Wii. It was more of a fad than anything. The Nintendo Wii sold like crazy, but then you saw a couple of years later that PlayStation put out their Move controllers and Xbox put out the KINECT, and both of those devices really didn't take off the way that I think they thought they would take off. Continues on here to say, prior to that, it's not like everything was M-rated games, but when we were starting doing things like KINECT Sports and things from other developers like Double Fine's Happy Action Theater and the dance games, that really opened our eyes to the breadth of what Xbox could be. I look at the accessibility work that we've done, whether it's the adaptive controller or software work that we've done, and I think you can draw direct lines back to KINECT, not specifically the device itself, but just about what a gaming platform can mean to more people, and that's a journey we're still on. So he makes some good points there. I mean, obviously the KINECT wasn't that successful. I think, like it says here, sold around 35 million units, so it was okay. However, it was never a device that you, at least for me, I mean, I think maybe some people took it more seriously, but I don't think it was really a device people were excited to play games with all the time. And then they added it into the Xbox One, more of kind of like a control for your entire console. That's kind of what they were branding it for. And then that kind of really hurt the Xbox One launch until they eventually got rid of it. And just motion controls in general never continued after that generation in a significant form. Even with the Nintendo Wii, when that first came out, people loved it. People played Wii Sports and Wii Bowling all the time. But I think for a lot of people, the motion controls after Wii Sports was not really a method you wanted to play a lot of games, that people would just go back to using either the Pro Controller or just using it as like a classic style of a controller. So yeah, KINECT, the technology in that thing was pretty incredible, especially comparing it to the other motion stuff. And like Phil Spencer says, if it led them to seeing how they could expand the Xbox ecosystem to get more people involved, then that's always a great thing. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Have you been having the quick resume issues with Halo? What do you think about the player's voice award in Halo Infinite winning and KINECT? Did you play KINECT? Did you have it? What did you think about that device overall? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, you like what you saw throughout this video, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to help this channel grow, help grow this community, so we can have great conversations in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Bye.